all right, man, tell me a little bit about why you want a webinar, just to kind of pre-frame the way that I do these. If it's not a good fit, I will let you know. I'm not here to sell you something that you don't need. Okay. So don't feel pressured, but you're on this call because you have 5K and I want to make sure that the 5K goes to something that you can actually be committed to. Usually, just to give you some back frame, with webinar funnels. Okay. So there's two choices that people have with webinars. They can either sell low ticket items. I don't know if you're in the coaching or you're in services, whatever that looks like, or you're looking to maybe recruit agents. Like I have webinars for any type of niche you could think of. But just to kind of pre-frame this, you could sell something from like $297 to $1,500 live on a webinar, like where there's no sales call required. If you sell something that's more than $1,500 and people usually have to think about it or want more info or they need to get funding, whatever that looks like, that's when you would pitch on the webinar to then do a sales call. But those sales calls are high show rates, high close rates because they've seen you talk for an hour. They're like, hey, I've seen for an hour. He spoke to me about the offer. I get it. I'm in. I just need to ask him some buying questions first before I pull the trigger and buy.
High ticket items, home improvement.
Okay.
In-home sales, first call close. You know the game.
Okay. I love it. Do you do ADUs?
Tell me more. I don't know what ADU is.
Okay, so what exactly in home improvement are you selling?
Windows and doors and...
Okay, so you'd be running this local. That would be sick. I have one person. So ADUs are like additions to homes. Like that's on the renovation side. But I have a client right now who sells like these $200,000 ADUs. They're like, basically what it is, it's just an addition to a home that people can use as an Airbnb and they can get rental income from it, build equity inside their mortgage, etc. And he does a webinar once a week. And then what he does is on the webinar is you basically put a card deposit for an estimate. And then he goes to you in person because it's like a 30-mile radius ad.
Okay.
So like that's
our game is more of road warriors. So we are, as I would say, I've been doing this for 25 years, bro, in the trenches of sales. All right. Mm-hmm. So my guys go in, I've never met you before. You may know a little bit about my company. And in 3 hours, you're signing a check for me anywhere from 10, 30, 100, whatever the case may be, size of the job. These tickets aren't going to be that big with this business. I would say our average sale for the window and door business is going to be, probably about 15 to 20K per hit. It could be more, but that's probably a good, clip. And we're looking to generate revenue. So we already opened up one company. We have two companies here. We opened up a franchise company called One Day Door and Closets. So that's all set up. That's running. We got viral videos I just shot for that. I have an influencer, did all that kind of stuff. So very familiar with marketing, how it works. We liked your shit, okay? And I've been looking at all this stuff for a long time, bro. I'm not new to this game, all right? I work for Renewal, work for the big boys. But I want somebody that has a little umph to them. I see some of the people, some of your players you're with. I like your attitude. I like that you cuss a little bit. Oh, by the way, I also have the other owners here. So this is Sita Marat.
Oh, right. How you guys doing? Here. Okay, just so I could just kind of thank you for something. There's a lot of people who don't like my stuff. And there's a reason why I am the way I am, because there's just a couple things that I think are just really wrong in the space. I think that number one is like business owners know they have a problem, but when you tell them how to solve it, they're like, oh, I have to spend money. So that's why like when I'm on camera, I can come off as like a complete dick because I'm trying to be straightforward with people, because I think that people have problems and then we ask them, hey, do you want to solve the problem? They raise their hand. And then when it comes time to pay for shit, they fucking run. And I'm like, bro, are you okay? Like, I feel like it's a mental illness. So that's like one thing. Second thing is that I like to be who I am because I'm from New York. So I'm just going to tell it like it is. So it's great that you see through that. That means a lot. And I know that you get it because you're an older gentleman. Like, I'm 27, you're obviously older than me, but like you get it.
My beard. Shit.
So, but it's
I'm gonna die tomorrow. When you see me tomorrow, I'm going to be in my 30s. Okay.
I love it. So like what I would really want to do for you is I have two funnels that works really well for this. So like I have a webinar and then I have like a short form funnel, and the short form funnel will run to like basically like a sales page, runs to a lead form then goes to some type of SDR or a sales closer. I know you're really good at sales. Okay. So are you going to be able to like basically implant one or two salespeople for this funnel? Even one is great, where they can get these leads and nurture them as I send them.
So yeah, we have a CRS set up already. So a CSR, sorry, I get this. I'm a little dyslexic, so don't mind me. It's my shit.
You're good.
So dude, so we've built this up and we're still like we're babies in this right now as it, so we're just building everything. So we put durable entry doors in there because We come from the window and door business. I know that game like the back of my hand.
Okay.
An easy money maker for us. We got canvassers. That's why I was late to your call. I'm interviewing. Murat comes up. He's like, dude, it's 5 o'clock. Get it or forget it, right? Get it or forget it. So I'm like, I had to stop my interview because we have canvassers because that's a low cost ROI for us.
Mhm.
Canvassers and non-traditional marketing, you're a high ROI, but that's okay. We need the visibility. We need to get it out there, and I need to get it out there so I can compete with the renewals out here, with the Houston window experts, with the other power remodeling a big player in this. But
Okay.
we want to be able to compete with them and drive business to our site, get lead. And the whole idea is get leads,
Yeah,
leads.
yeah, yeah. So
So
like,
you lead, as long as it's a good lead, like we get through Angie's List right now, right? So people type in, I need entry door, whatever, and we get it in. That's a very basic lead. So that lead could be really good or it could be dumpster fire. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it
Well,
could be.
this is an acquisition system that we would set up to where these leads are proprietary to you. Like they see your Facebook page, your ad, they've come through the funnel, like they know who you are. They're not like, who the fuck are you again? Like that's not what the lead's gonna look like. So yeah, man, I mean, dude, like this is something that it makes sense for me to allow you to do this because you're selling something that's high ticket enough. Like I have other clients in your same niche. And you have a salesperson that you can delegate and you have proven sales processes. I have people who are like solopreneurs doing what you're doing, and we just can't take them on because they're like, oh, well, I'm in the field and I take calls. I'm like, bro, you're not going to call the lead within 5 minutes. We know your speed to lead is going to be trash. And
Oh,
it's just like,
what be the lead, huh? That's a huge thing for us. We
yeah.
put that down because of the one day franchise. So the one day franchise is mom and pop.
Hmm.
Like you don't have to deal with any of those people. Like it's tough for us to deal with them
Yeah.
because they're so backwoods and like they just their thought patterns are just not where we're located. And we're looking, we're going to be bold. We're going to be different. All
Yeah.
right, we're going to do things completely different. We're going to shake up the industry, and we love doing that. That's why we started doing the viral videos. We do dumb shit, right? That's what makes people want to come out, right? Oh, you should see. Go onto my TikTok or my
Well, dude,
Facebook.
I'm excited to see these because those are videos that we'll use for ads. Because if they're proven to do well organically, dude, they're gonna crush on paid traffic. So it's like it's just like a replication piece. As far as like what's a qualified lead to you, what are like two questions that you want to get from the lead? Like, do you do a lot of deals that are funding where they have to get payment plan, or do you get a lot of people who are just cash up front? Like, how does your process
Cash
work?
options. I mean, dude, you can market. I got 24 months, same as cash. I'm offering a third down with 48 months, same as cash, which is a
Okay,
sick effing deal.
perfect.
Okay. Think
Okay,
about that. 48 months, no interest. You just give me a third down. So I can take a 30K job. I need 10K, another 20K. You got 4 years to pay it off, no interest.
okay, love it, dude. That's
We also offer a 599 financing if needed, but we have all different financing plans available. So we
okay.
got that
Sick.
locked in, so we can offer that to consumers as well to get that job started. But what I feel is a qualified lead: name, address, phone number, and interest. That's it.
Okay, so just to kind
Our
of
job to go in as long as they have interest. I'm interested in your product. I want to know more. That's all I
yeah.
care about.
So I want to show you an example of like the landing page that we use for the ADUs.
Okay.
He's able to get them financed, but he has this company that he hooked up that basically will pull their credit score from their email. It's freaking wild so that they know. So like we just get full name, email, and phone, and then we just like showcase your work, testimonials, services, all of this, and we build all of this for you. So this is like all done to your branding, etc. And then they come through this page, they put their information in, and then from there it will get shot to your CRM. So you'll have to get with our CRM team to like hook that up. And then from there, then your guys are calling them, having touch points, setting estimates, etc. Right now, for your niche, I get anywhere between like 25 and like $75 a lead. So, it just depends. I don't know what you pay on Angie's List, but these leads are proprietary to you. So like there's no like, oh fuck it, does this lead know who I am? Like they know who you are. So yeah, I just want to give you some context, like show you a quick visual. Like this guy's in Portland. To be honest, that's a shitty area, but he's able to make money still there. So yeah, I mean, we're doing really well with these like short form pages for like home service, anything in the home niche in general, and it's doing very, very well. So this is something I can definitely implant for you, and it'll be able to give you the leads that you're looking for.
You do all of your webinars? These little 30-minute calls, you do all of
I
them?
do, because
Oh, yeah. You scaled your business so much, you're still personalizing it. I like that.
dude,
That's cool.
it's but it's this thing where like my sales guys are busy through the day, and I just sit there and I'm like, I'll be honest, man, like I have a CEO, I have 55 team members. I don't really do much anymore. So like what am I good at? I'm good at making content, getting in the camera and just like, if I'm gonna make an email real quick, I'm just gonna make an email and be like, okay, cool. Does anyone want to hop in here and buy? Like I'll probably do pretty well today. But like it's something that I can do because I have to find stuff to
Throw
do.
confetti around and get to your 20,000.
I'm at like 15 right now, but like we're
You're
doing
15 already?
yeah.
You just did the 10,000 one video not too long ago, bro. Good
Dude,
stuff.
dude, the school group's crazy. And then we're doing the ROAS Wars too. So like
Okay.
ROAS Wars is basically going to be this thing where we just let people compete against each other. So all these thousands of people are going to compete and I'm just going to give people cash prizes and like one-on-one calls for free and like consoles, stuff like that. But it's not about getting them to buy something. It's about getting them to be involved in like a competition because I feel like if I don't make people compete, then what are they going to do? They're not going to be activated. They're not going to use it. So now they're going to say, oh, the free group isn't that great. And I'm like, bro, if you use the shit in the group, it's actually not bad. But if you're going to sit there and just like complain about it, all right, fine. Here, go compete and win a couple $1,000 a month if you win. So now I'm just like, all right, throw these people in there, compete. And then if they don't get results that they're looking for, then they can come buy from us. So realistically, what I'm doing is kind of twofold. I'm letting them compete and win money, but I actually did it for another reason is I made them all compete so that I know they can't do it on their own. So now once they're done with the challenge, they're going to say, fuck, I suck. And then they're going to buy from us because now they know that they can't do it on their own. So it's like, it's twofold. It's really like a back end marketing trick, but it's really cool.
Love it. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just like that's where my zone of genius goes into like offers and copy and thinking about ways to like build things other than just like selling services, dude. Because to be honest, selling services is it's just like a one-way train. You sell service, they go into an ecosystem, they get leads, but like where else do I really get to have a touch point with them? Okay, let's have a school, let's have events, like let's do other things because it keeps me like occupied and it's fun. So yeah.
All right. What's next? What else
Um,
you got to show us or tell us or what do we?
So yeah, I just need to go over like a couple things. So like the email talks about the 5K. So you make your 5K payment to get you 4 months of services with us. Okay.
Okay.
Once we generate you, because here's the thing, like I'm gonna be honest, you're probably gonna make that payment pretty quick because your jobs are so high ticket. So like the whole offer is you pay 5K now, you get 4 months of services, then once you get your first 5K back, then you make a second 5K payment. So that's the option, or you have a second option, which I think you'll probably take. So it's 5K, then 5K, or if you don't want to make the second 5K payment, you can just pay 8K for the whole 4 months and you don't pay on the incentive. So it's like, do I want to spend 10K over 4 months or do I want to just pay 8K now and save 2 grand?
I like that. I like the option close. Good shit.
Yep.
You know,
So
I close for a living. Like every little sales thing you've done and how you approach it, and I'm like, shit, I love this stuff. I had 30 sales reps at my old company. We used to go through different tactics and techniques and different ways and options and 10 ways a Sunday. And then we had to go do it all on video during COVID. And selling home improvements via video is a game changer. I
yeah,
mean, that's
good. Yeah.
really good. Did you know there's 18 different ways to smile with your eyes?
18 different ways.
18 different ways to smile with your eyes, which is
Interesting.
weird because I got to like three.
That's interesting. I love it.
So see, we can mutually help each other.
Dude, it's great. I like it. I'm pumped, dude.
I'll have to I'll forward you. I'll send over the first video. We just released it yesterday.
Okay,
So
sick.
I'll text it over to you when we're done. You'll love it. It's fun stuff. I mean, we
Okay.
just do viral stuff and then we make it into a video that associates with that. Now that was all one day. We are going to do more stuff with durable, and what we're looking for you with is durable. To really promote that. Whether we promote one day or not, I mean, I don't know if we can double down on both. You know what I mean? I mean, we
Yeah,
can promote both of them, but we have a agreement with one day not to, mix blood.
gotcha.
So yeah, they're
Understood.
franchise, but they also don't pay for my marketing.
Yeah.
They don't pay for the rent or anything else.
Uh-huh.
So, part of us is like, you can pack sand. We're not stealing from them in any way, shape, or form. It's
Uh-huh.
just as long as we bring them door orders, they could care less.
Yeah.
All right, so 5K for 4 months and then another 5K, or we do 8K for the whole thing, 4 months, bada bing, bada boom, done. And what does that all entail? I know you had I've been slammed. I had 2 appointments today, closed one of those, and then I had 2 interviews driving back. So I
Yeah,
read
so
watched through my videos
it
as much
really
as
depends on which option you want, and then I
okay.
go the bullet points with you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which option do you think would be better? So it's 5K and 5K or 8K all?
8K all. Yep.
You don't have a monthly payment or
We have a monthly payment, but it's more. So for the 4 months, it'd be 3,000 a month. So that's where you're spending 12 then.
yeah, when's the other 5,000?
The other five. What do you mean the other 5,000?
So if you did the first one, so your first option you did
Yeah, yeah,
five.
yeah. So, okay, yeah, let me just break these three down again. So we have 5K now. And then once you get your first job, you collect that money and you're like, hey, Jason, I just made $8,000 from this job. I'm going to say, okay, cool. You've ROI'd on your first 5K. You pay the second 5K. So now you're 10K in for 4 months. Second one is that if you don't want to do the ROI one and you say, all right, well, I don't want to pay 2K more. I'll just pay 8K now.
Be done
Right.
with it.
And then you're done with the 4 months. Then the third one is, okay, I don't want to pay 8K. I don't want to do 5. I want to do installments for 4 months. That's going to be 12K over 4 months. That's 3,000 a month paid every 30 days.
And then after the 4 months, what do you do then? Sign up
After the
again?
4 months, it's a $2,000 a month service fee. Regardless of whatever plan you do pick, it's always going to be 2K a month afterwards. So regardless if you pick the 5, the 8, or the 12, you're still going to pay 2,000 a month after the 4 months.
Okay. And then how does that, just for them to know and everything, can you break down like what does that all entail? Like, because you like I've watched your videos and I know it all, but just help break it down. You do from beginning to end all the way up to the sales appointment.
Yeah. So we obviously do the lead qualification piece. Like we set up the form, we hook it up to your CRM, we build the landing page, we brand it and everything. We set up the tracking for the ad platforms. We then launch your ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Google, set up the tracking. We run the ads, send you weekly reporting. We keep track of your cost per lead, cost per click, all of that. We send that weekly reporting over. All we ask is that you just, give us lead quality reporting. Say, hey, these leads are good, or these leads are not good, or this, Facebook ones are not great. Google ones are better, right? We just need your sales team's feedback. And then also your image ads are done for you. We build statics. We have a whole graphics team. If you send us videos, we will script you videos that you'll record based on your offers, your funding options, etc. You record them, we edit them for you. And then we launch them for you. We do the ad copy for you. The way I like to sell it is that yes, there's a little bit of heavy lifting in the beginning because it's onboarding, but once the ads are launched, it's really just you telling us how the lead quality is and if we can increase spend or not based on those revenue-driven KPIs of like what the lead cost is, how much it's making you, et cetera. And then from there, we're just scaling spend and you're just getting more leads.
And we're spending what, $50 to $75 per day, right?
Yeah, that's where we start. And then as we see that like routine lead cost, let's say it drops at 60 and you say to me, hey, well, I need 3 leads a day. I'm going to say, well, we got to spend 180 a day. Is that approved? And you just give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and that's really it. And then we take it from there.
Okay. And then you hit all social media platforms?
That would be Facebook, Instagram, and then Google, which is not a social media platform, but that's like a search intent. So if it was up to me, well, it is up to me, but I would say that more of your results are going to come from Google, but Facebook and Instagram are for longer lifetime value people. So like you're building brand with Facebook and IG. You're not going to get these like one-click buyers right off the rip. Google's where it's all search intent, but we can retarget them back and forth. So like I look at it like circus balls. So it's like if they go to Google and don't buy, okay, well I have a Facebook pixel. I'll just retarget them on Facebook and Instagram and then get them to scoop up here. If they go to Facebook and go to landing page and don't buy, then Google will retarget them. And I just juggle them back and forth.
Okay. And you're capturing all their data when you're doing
Yep. And that's through the Google Tag Manager that you own and the Facebook Pixel that you own. Everything that we do is owned by you.
Okay. I mean, would it be a problem if we wanted to do both of our companies as one? So they just so we have not been happy with corporate. We went with their marketing. We did not want to, but they pushed us to go with their archaic marketing. And all they do is sub it out to a guy, Ali, that's overseas. I'm very familiar with it and talk to him. He's a great guy, but that's all they're doing. And they're making a 10% kickback on it. Okay.
I know. Yeah. Like if it's like
but I don't have, I don't get reports. He doesn't get reports. Murat doesn't get reports. And none of us have any reports to have a look at where our money's going, what's working, what's not working, what ads. I know like I said, it's archaic. So
it's kind of weird. I mean, dude, we have like growth marketing manager. We have a growth marketing manager that you'll literally be assigned to, and we will send you Loom videos like with radical transparency showing you what's going on in the ad account. Like that will be sent to you. So I never really had issues with that.
So we married both companies into one?
Yeah, that's fine. Are they the same logo and branding?
It's different. It's different logo, different branding, but
okay.
So they're owned by us the same, but the logo and branding is different. So
I mean, I don't do that usually because here's the thing is that I'm the owner, but Casey, who's CEO, is probably not going to approve that. So are you okay with just paying like a second service fee with that? I can discount it heavily, but I would need to be able to have a second service fee in there for the second company.
What would that be?
So if I did, which option are you taking though? Because I have to bundle it based on which option.
You can do the 8,000.
Yeah, the 8,000 would be.
Okay. So if you did 8, I would do the second for 4K. So you'd be 12K in for 4 months.
Okay. And then monthly, what would it be?
That would be this. Well, you have 2 companies then. So after the 4 months, each company, I can come down to 1,500 per month instead of 2,000 per month.
That's the best you can do. Give me your bottom line, Jason.
I mean, I'll do 11. Okay.
What line can I say that they all tell me? Send me it in an email.
Okay, I could do 11 for you. That's fine.
Okay.
Is that cool with you?
You can do 11. Okay.
Okay, I can do 11.
And then, so tell them, because I've watched them and Murat has. He just kind of new with this a little bit. Murat's checked you out. I've checked you out a little bit. But kind of give a background of what this is going to do to generate leads for us, to give her an idea, because I know what this is going to do. I mean, and how long is it going to take to generate that? Because it doesn't happen overnight. We know that.
Yeah. So kind of just give some background. You buy leads on Angie's and you buy leads on these other platforms. I hope whoever's listening on the side, you really don't own those leads. Okay. So like, let's say, for example, right, I do a little bit of M&A stuff. I'm not completely experienced, but like I do a little bit of M&A. I do some PE too, if you know what that is. But basically, when you're like at some point, man, you might want to sell your company. I would assume so. Right. And you're going to get to that age where you want to either pass it down, or the case may be. If you sit down at the table and you don't own your own leads, your EBITDA is going to fall. Right. So a lot of the home service, like roofing, solar, like these big, like $30,000, like you have big jobs too, you know? And if you go to the table and you're like, hey, I own my own leads, I spend $500 a day on marketing, X, Y, and Z, you now get investors to raise their eyebrows. If you sit at the table and say, I buy leads on Angie's List, they're going to say, well, that means Angie's List runs your business. You don't own your business. And that can cause investors to pull away and say, we could just find someone else who's spending a couple $100 a day and owns their own leads. This is going to give you a way to literally have leads that know who you are, that came in for an offer, that are okay being emailed and SMS'd. Like they're your leads. No one else can come in and buy leads. Okay. They can't come in and say, yeah, let me buy your leads from you. Let's hook up a webhook to it and we'll just like buy them. Like, no.
And part of me goes, the other part of me, Jason, is as long as I get in the house, I'm a better closer.
Yeah. Now here's
so the second part. House, I'm okay with, them having leads out. My more thing is okay, so we start up with you guys. How soon before we see funnels coming in?
14 business days. So 14 business days. It does not include weekends or holidays. I always have to clarify that, but it does include weekends or holidays. And that's from the date of your onboarding call. So if you book your onboarding call for, let's say, Thursday, if you go over today, then you'll be going on from there. And then, the other side of it is culture, right? You might have built like a really good culture inside of the business. You have great salespeople. Companies that run paid traffic, that have more leads, that know that they're their leads, they just ultimately have better closing rates and they're more motivated to actually close deals. So like when I go into like for roofing businesses and even people who door knock, right? Like when they're getting their own leads, they're like, oh shit, like we have to hit KPIs even harder because we're spending money, which boosts morale and it boosts culture. So like you bring on new salespeople, what can you do? You can make ads and say, hey, I'm looking for 5 new salespeople. I can guarantee you 10 new leads a day because we're working with a marketing company that sends us the leads. We don't have to buy them from Angie's. They're owned by us. There's no outbound. It's all inbound. And that gets A-player salespeople. My sales guys are fucking animals because they're like, dude, I can go on the calendar every single day. And I know that 15 people that want to work with Wojo Media are going to be on my calendar. And that gets people like, I get probably 50 salespeople requests a day on just LinkedIn because they're like, holy shit, because no one else can do it. And I spend a lot of money on ads. I spend about maybe 12 to 13,000 a day, give or take, just on paid traffic. So we're spending a ton of money on paid ads. And like these salespeople know that they can come in and they can just have a packed calendar. They don't want to fucking door knock and they don't want to do all this other stuff.
200 to 300 up to the 900. All right. He went viral. But I told you, that shit. That's good stuff, man.
So like it does a lot more things than just give you leads. Also, it builds brand. Like when you're on Facebook and Instagram and you're running ads, they're going to rank you higher on search and the explore pages.
Here's another question I have. So we run all of our stuff through the franchise. Some of their Facebook and Instagram. Will that be an issue for you guys if we give it?
Do you own the pages and everything?
Yeah, we own the pages, right?
You got access to.
Yeah, we have access to them all and everything.
Okay, yeah. So you should be fine. Yeah.
I mean, we got our influencer. She's on all posting all that shit on there now for it. So
Okay, yeah. So then if she has access, then we should be just fine. The other side is Google Ads. Google Ads, the franchise doesn't always have to own Google Ads. I've worked with franchise in the past, and they either have a Google Ad account or you can just make another one. So like Facebook's a little bit harder, but like most of your leads, man, are going to come from Google. So Facebook, Instagram aside, you're still going to get a lot more results from Google, but I want it there for the brand piece.
it hasn't been that way so far with One Day, which is really interesting. It's been more Facebook, but I think that's the way they're branding it and selling it. I know just from renewal that Google worked better than Facebook for us.
Now you also have access to the ad accounts too, correct?
No.
You don't have access to the ad accounts.
The ad manager?
Oh, the ad,
Yeah.
oh, you mean the ad manager?
Yes.
That I'm not sure. I haven't even played around with that. I think I do. All right, team. You ready? Okay. What do we do next, bro?
Okay. So what I'll need is just a couple things.
I had to find out where you lived at first, in case I need to find you.
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck? So,
Your face is plaster everywhere. You're like you're easy to find now.
oh God, probably, bro. I'm not shocked. All right. So I just need to get a couple of things here. Who's the one who handles payment? Is that accounting or you?
That's us. We
Okay.
are. Ken.
So there's a link in the Zoom chat there. That is the payment link for the 11K. So you
Okay.
can take care of that. And then while you're filling that out, I got your phone number and stuff here for my CRM, but I just want to make sure that the email is correct. So like com is the one you want to use.
We can, yeah, we'll use that.
Okay.
We have two emails, but do you think we should use that instead of One Day? Doesn't matter at this point. Do we even care? So yeah, just use Durable. We'll get both emails.
Okay. And then that's the right phone number, correct?
That's my number.
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and give you Marat and Sita so you have their number as well?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, it's all in the group chat. Yeah, in the group chat.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. I'm just getting the service agreement and stuff set up. So just give me one sec. And then see, I emailed the service agreement over. That should be in your email. I just submitted your onboarding, so I'm just finishing that up right now.
There you go. I just texted you over the video too, so you can see that.
Okay, cool. Just so I have a cadence, your onboarding email got sent to you and a text as well. Inside of that onboarding email, I'll share my screen real quick so you know what you're clicking on. Inside of this onboarding email, there is a link right here. It says Wojo Media Onboarding Form 2025. Click that. That is a custom link for your onboarding. You have to use the link in this email to start your onboarding. It will shoot you to this page. And then you just have to pick a time and fill out questions. Just make sure you do it on desktop. Don't do this on your phone because it's going to take a little bit of time. So don't do this on mobile, okay? And then for the remaining payment, what is the cadence going to be for that? Is that tomorrow morning or in 2 days? When can we pull that?
2 days.
2 days. Okay, so Tuesday morning, I'll jot that down to pull the rest. And then, yeah, by then you'll have your onboarding date set.
Tuesday today, bro.
So you're all set. And then that's it, man. So congrats. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Anything else you got for us? I've enjoyed the time and the talking. I probably kept longer than needed, but
bro, you're good.
Those guys, it's just my thing.
No, dude, I appreciate it. And then yeah, I mean that's really it for now. Just fill out the onboarding, schedule that onboarding date, and then you're all set to start the journey. And that's it. I already gave the team notes too on like the landing pages that you would want and the strategy. I gave them a whole note so they know what to do.
Yeah, we don't have the only thing we have no control over is the website for One Day. So our One Day website, we have no control. Durable entry.
So what we usually use is Go High Level. So like I said, I use Go High Level, but like we have the client set up for one because that's the way that we build your funnels. So like that's the best way to have it so you own everything. Like I know that you're in the franchise model, but you want to own your own shit. So like we try to keep it on a client's entity to where they're not always like scrambling around for shit. Because it just causes a lot of like it causes a lot of operational problems. But yeah,
it's already caused problems with the franchise.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. We waited for you before we created. I did not create GMB yet. Okay. We did not create Facebook ads, and we did not create like TikTok or any of the other social media. Should we create all this and get it lined up or let you guys do all this?
So I would recommend that once you get that business manager under full control, then you can go on the left-hand side of the assets and you can just create the page for that and add a logo and then you'll own everything. So yeah, you can gladly do that.
Well, no, that's on One Day. I'm talking about Durable. So the other company, we have full control of that. That's not a franchise. That's our name, our brand name.
So then, yeah.
You franchise that out actually and be the franchise.
So then the cadence for that would be that once you get on the onboarding, then we'll have to get like the media buyer to hop on a call with you to build the business portfolio out because there's a lot of tech shit behind that, but it's something that we haven't dealt with. But yeah.
Do you want me to take care of the Google My Business and get that set up?
The Google My Business and Google Ad account, yes, but Facebook's more complicated. Our team can help you with that.
Okay, cool. So we'll do that. Any other social media sites you want us to set up with?
Not right now, no.
No?
Instagram.
You're all good.
Instagram, none of that? Oh, that's Facebook though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, sick. All right. Well, I'll let you guys go, and I appreciate your time. Congrats. We'll meet. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks, Jason. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.